Well, it looks like there could be some big changes for X-Men 97. A new report seems to indicate the team will indeed be getting new costumes headed into Season 2. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report, where it's coming from, and why this might be a pretty great move for the show. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are really in the know. Well, it's been pretty clear since the first episode that Marvel has a huge win on their hand with X-Men 97. The show has received glowing responses from Marvel fans since it first dropped on Disney+, and especially from all of us who grew up on the original animated series. Now, we already know that a Season 2 and a Season 3 are on their way, but now we've got some new reports that seems to indicate Marvel Animation plans to put their own spin on the team moving forward, and they might indeed be getting a new look. Now, we've already got some hints that Storm could return to the team with a new look after being rendered powerless in that second episode. But recently, we got a report from Can We Get Some Toast that seemed to expand that Storm would not be alone. Now, like we always like to say, when it's not from Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige, we want to take it with a grain of salt, and when it's an anonymous scooper, well, that's, the whole salt shaker. But with that said, this is pretty specific, and he does have a track record to pay attention to. Now, what the scooper is claiming is that all of the X-Men will indeed get new costumes by the end of the first season. Now, it's unclear if this will be in the final moments of the finale or sometime earlier, but apparently the team will take up some new duds sometime in the very near future. I get the distinct feeling that this might upset some of the viewers, particularly as the costumes they're wearing right now are completely iconic to the characters and the series. But to be fair, the X-Men have had lots of costumes over the years, and while the first season really needs to lean into the nostalgia factor, future episodes might really benefit from shaking it up and giving the team somewhat of a new look. Now, does this mean we'll see the team move beyond 1997 and maybe into the 2000s? Well, that completely is up in the air. But whatever new redesigns Marvel goes with for the team, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of feedback and a lot of questions and, opinions related to what's going on. Now, modernizing the team does make a lot of sense, but it is something executive producer Brad Winderbaum had talked about recently and their take on mutant superheroes. He actually said, "Our number one rule was to emulate our memory of the original. That was more important than emulating frame by frame what it was. Because if you look at the original show, the animation shifts." Working with director Larry Houston and Eric and Julia Lewald, who worked on the original show, this was part of their guidance. To show us where those limitations were, so to see those guardrails and to try to get to the same place. We always wanted to invoke that feeling, which means we had to try to match the style or the people's memories of the style. Throughout the design process, it was challenging not to modernize. We kept arcing back to the original kind of old-fashioned design, big bubbly muscles, soft curves. Now, actually, the look of the team in the new show has been something that fans pretty universally seem to like, so I think Winderbaum and the team on X-Men 97 totally nailed this. How they modernize it moving forward, well, I think they are going to have to lean into some of these designs and make sure the general tone is still the same, even if the look has been completely updated. Marvel clearly has a lot of plans for the X-Men moving forward. It's a massively successful series so far in terms of views, and if they're going to get experimental, hopefully it lands on both feet. But we're going to have to wait and see.